Has anyone ever helped someone who later turned out to be dangerous? It happened on a rainy Tuesday night, the kind where the roads are empty and you just want to get home. I was driving back from a late shift when I saw a man standing on the shoulder of the highway, waving frantically. His car was pulled over, hazard lights blinking, hood popped open. I almost didn't stop. Something in my gut told me to keep driving, but he looked soaked, shaking, and desperate, and I told myself I was being paranoid, so I pulled over. He thanked me a little too quickly, said his phone was dead, his car wouldn't start, and he just needed a ride to the nearest gas station. He looked normal, mid-30s, polite, tired. I let him sit in the passenger seat while I called a tow truck for him. During the drive, he talked non-stop, asked where I worked, if I lived alone, what time I usually got off work. I laughed it off, but my hands tightened on the steering wheel. When we reached the gas station, he didn't get out right away. He just sat there, staring at the dashboard. Then he said, "You're a really kind person. Most people wouldn't have stopped." I told him to take care and waited until he closed the door before driving off. I remember checking my mirrors the entire way home. 2 days later, I was scrolling through the news during lunch when my stomach dropped. There was his face. Same jacket, same eyes. The headline read, "Suspect arrested in connection with multiple armed home invasions." According to the article, he'd been flagged for weeks. He would target people who lived alone, learn their schedules, and come back later. One of the victims had been hospitalized. Another didn't survive. Police believed he'd been using broken-down cars as bait. I sat there shaking, replaying every second of that night. Every question he asked me, every detail I casually gave away. I realized how close I came to being next. A detective later contacted me after reviewing nearby traffic cameras. When I told him I'd given the man a ride, there was a long pause on the line. He finally said, "You're very lucky. I still stop to help people. I don't want fear to take that away from me, but now I do it differently. Public places only, doors locked, boundaries firm, because sometimes the scariest people don't look dangerous at all. Sometimes they're just standing on the side of the road, waiting for someone kind enough to stop."